Assault Force is back, and this is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid. Cue epic music.
All right, picture is fine. No, we're good. Ready to rock?
All right.
This is Stirring the Pot. Not only Stirring the Pot, this is the first ever Skype Stirring the Pot since we're all under the quarantine of the Kincaid. The Kincaid. I have, look it, ladies and gentlemen, I've got my very special guest, one Assault Force Yoosaf 13, baby.
Nandiska!
Hey, Yoosaf, thank you for joining me on the very first ever Skype Stirring the Pot. I appreciate your time under these crazy conditions.
No problem, Mr. Kincaid. The Assault Force has always been a fan of yours. Even when you do irritate us a little bit, and then we want to hurt you, but, you know, impulses.
Well, you have said you've wanted it to hurt me, but then you've also said you've wanted to protect me. So we've been on a roller coaster ride in our relationship.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah. I want to protect you. 13, though. You're not a fan of anyone, right?
That guy scares the hell out of me. And I have to say, I just want to rewind a little bit, maybe 2 weeks ago or so. Yourself and Safety Stacy came on center ring with the Fogman, and boy, did we have some fun, and I appreciate that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know that Safety Stacy was there. Oh, you're talking about my friend Chet Newsington. Yes,
yes. See, there's so many things going on with Yoosaf 13. Why don't we just start right there, if we could, please? We have Chet Newsington. We have Hugo Hugs a Lot.
Huggington?
Huggington. I'm sorry.
Hugs a lot? It would be Sir Hugo Hugs a Lot.
we have Yoosaf 13. We have the Assault Force. How many facets, personalities are within this Yoosaf character of yours? You take us on this roller coaster ride. How many characters do you actually have?
Well, there's Yoosaf Odin's son of Asgard, the Cedric Langbeer. Yes, a man with very good particular tastes.
That's 2.
There's Duke. He's a little bit of an angry one. There's 13.
4.
Yes, 13's a wild animal. You give him alcohol, you'll have a great time. And then there's the host.
5.
Yeah, the host is always asleep. Don't worry about him. He's boring. Leave me outside. I'm sad. I'm so sad all the time. No, not that guy.
So how does one organize and keep all of those thoughts going at once? How do you perform in the ring with such chaos going inside your mind?
Well, only 2 of us know how to wrestle, so yeah, it is confusing. Actually, it is one of the more confusing things that I've ever had to do. Because sometimes they'll get lost in the ring and then go, you're in headlights. Oh, look at that clothesline, my head's off. You know, it just happens. It's something that we've lived with our entire lives. So it's one of those deals.
Wow.
However, as Yoosaf, Unichromium, Savage Assault Force, I'm like the liaison for all of them.
So I notice there's a slight accent in one of your personalities, if you will. Where does he come from?
I do not know how to answer that question. No clue.
Really? All right. I was just curious because the accent's quite.
From my brain.
The brain.
Yoosaf's brainasium, and inside there is like a chaotic zoo and menagerie of just. But instead of that, it's in death metal, and it's Frank Sinatra singing it.
Wow. That almost sounds like the Lady Gaga Frank Sinatra happening Not that long ago, huh? That was pretty good. Hey, wrestling has taken a weird spin as of late. The COVID scare has shut down everything right now. We actually just had a recent cancellation that Yoosaf, the 13, was supposed to be on, or the assault force. I'm not sure how to address that.
13. He's a
Okay. Okay, Yoosaf 13. Yoosaf 13 was supposed to be on the card for New England Wrestling Stars. It was going to be a banger, as they say. But that was one of the events that has been canceled. What does Yoosaf do right now when there's no wrestling to be had?
At-home training. 100%.
Training.
Push-ups, sit-ups, leg lifts, jumping jacks, squats. Stuff like that. You got to keep yourself in shape because when pandemics like this, they come every 100 years or so, and then we have to hold up, get our immune systems ready, do all the stuff we have to do. But while you do that, be active. You sit on your couch all day, puffing on the devil's lettuce, and
The devil's lettuce. We all like a little bit of the devil's lettuce, no?
One of me does, yes.
So coping with the trying times in wrestling, trying to push the merch. The boys and girls are out there trying to push the merch and trying to stay afloat. Even the jobs that are out of wrestling, their shoot jobs, if you will, are taking a hit. Are you able to push through all of this happening, Mr. Yoosaf?
I fortunately have the ability to exist without wrestling.
Good.
Lots of people wrestle for a life, and that's exactly what they do. They pay their bills with it. I do not.
Okay.
I wrestle because I need to, not because I have to. It's because it's a desire inside of me. And at first, during the pot, the doctor said, those dreams are over. It was a complete and utter spite baby that was born. I said, well, screw it. I'm going to continue to move. Move. Don't care. Stuff's going to happen. It's going to hurt. And you keep going through it. So I have my own ideas on what people think accomplishments are.
So speaking of which, the last time we spoke was maybe, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 months ago. I can't really tell for sure, but I know it wasn't quite a year. You have gone through a little bit of an issue, injury-wise. You had to take some time off. How is Yoosaf feeling nowadays?
Well, we're definitely at 100%. I'm very surprised about that because the injury was rather serious, and I thought that this was going to be like a 6-month injury, and ended up being like a 3-month injury. So,
wow.
That metabolism that Asgardians have. Yes, it's completely and utterly on me. Yes, shower me with praise.
Could you explain to the fans though exactly what was happening with Mr. Yoosaf injury wise and what you had to come back from, if you could please? Is that going into too much detail, sir?
So I was not injured in the ring. I was injured on Christmas Eve. I was parked at a red light and I was hit by a person who had been intoxicated, and I had a severe case of whiplash. The reason why it was this is weird. My hair weighs a lot, and I had my hat on, so when it went, my hat flew, and my hair just added that extra torque to it, and it messed up my atlas.
Wow, that I did not even know that. I wish I'm glad you're better. First off,
definitely. I mean, I'm an Asgardian. Of course, we're going to get good. Really an indestructible. So
no surgery?
Nope. Just
okay.
Doctors and chiropractics and more doctors.
Self-rehab, if you will.
Yeah, basically self-rehab.
Okay. What's going on over there? Do you smell something? What's happening?
Nothing. I had a little episode.
Okay. Hey, What in the world is that? That's amazing.
This is a Funko Pop that was custom designed for the assault force.
That is absolutely the cutest little Funko Pop I've ever seen. Holy cow. Who made that for you?
We'll call her name is Teresa Kerr. Yeah, something like that. She goes by Delilah Hayden.
Okay. Oh, Delilah Hayden.
Talented individual, by the way.
We love Delilah Hayden.
Yeah, you should get a story in the pot of her next.
I would love to do. Oh, hey now. This is a corona-free zone. What are you doing here, sir? You're going to get the corona. What are you doing?
Oh, no, don't worry. It's Corona Light.
Oh, since it's light, it's okay. Wow. Two thumbs up. You're doing okay. All right. What else do you have on that little stool of yours, or what's going on over there?
$700 bottle of hand sanitizer.
Only $700. I paid $9.75 for mine.
And a 17 bottle of Equate hand sanitizer.
Of Equate.
My Infinity Gauntlet opener.
Whoa, hey, that's a dangerous thing. You can't be waving
and
at.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
I did not. Well, I should have seen that coming. That's for sure. So the hammer's name is Molly?
Yeah, M-A-U-L-Y. Molly.
And Morley. That's more like a Morley. Now that's pretty funny. I got to give you that. That's pretty good. So everybody is very antsy on waiting on wrestling to come back.
Yeah, this whatever it's called, COVID-19 thing is really. I don't see a lot of people coming back from this. Like small businesses. I mean, heck, news had to cancel twice. Once because of weather, and now because of the pandemic. Like that's going to be hard to get the numbers back. All these places, and even like heck, Kevin Landry Shut Up and Wrestle. It's posted for April 10th, but we have no idea if it's still going to be a thing.
I know.
Battlefront's not till May, so they're safe. It seems like.
We might be safe on the May. But who knows? This thing changes every single day, every hour. I mean, it's just an ongoing changing situation.
And you know what? There's nothing. I don't know what to do. Like I'm literally stuck here having to listen to 15 different news sources, and then still seeing people outside coughing their brains out, walking into the store, picking up their packs of butts, and being like, "Wow, I guess that was important for you." Give everybody coronavirus. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with the situation or even how to do everything. So I stay inside and I do push-ups and a bunch of other things.
So you're doing self-quarantine right now?
Yes. Safety Stacy and Yoosaf 13. Later today we'll be doing a special called the Quarantine Workout Routine. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. 6 to 7 minutes of straight up cardio and some stretches and stuff. Push-ups and.
Wait, so you and Safety Stacy are going to be releasing some quarantine workout video later on today? Oh my God, I can't wait to see it. Hey, Safety Stacy will be there watching your form and making sure everything is safe.
Yes, she is very thorough.
Very thorough, yes. Her eye does not miss anything. That Safety Stacy, her eyes don't miss anything.
Not even a little bit.
She's very OSHA approved, if I might say.
Yes, of course, yes. I think her last name might be OSHA, actually.
That's a very possibility.
She should be within about 45 minutes or so.
Oh, well. I mean, we've only been running for, maybe working on 15 minutes or so. And I know talking to Kincaid, it feels like an eon, if you will, when it's really not that very far long. But I have a special guest. Do you mind if I bring in a special guest?
Is he contaminated? Because I don't want to catch anything.
Well, I'm going to have to see if he has his hazmat on, okay? Just hold on real quick. Is there a nephew Jacob out there? Nephew Jacob? Is there a nephew Jacob out there?
Jacob!
Well, I know he's out there. Wait. There, he's hiding over here. He's playing with me. He's hiding over here. Let's close this up over here. Come over here, buddy. Come over here. We've got. There we go. Big Jacob P, baby. How you doing? Whoa. We're messing it all up. Hey. Don't mess up the camera. We are talking to. What are you eating over there?
Smarties.
Smarties? You like Smarties, Mr. Yoosaf?
Yes. The Assault Force absolutely loves Smarties. And them.
They're the big ones.
Could you give
that
him?
I was eating.
Could you give him one through the camera? Oh, he's all finished. He ate them all. Empty bag. Looking for Yoosaf. So, do you have a question at all for Mr. Yoosaf? Would you like to ask him anything? No? I really thought he had a question ready for you. I really thought he did have a question ready for you.
That's no worries. He'll think of it eventually.
That's fine. Would you like to ask him? Oh, how about this one? You want to ask him an easy question? Mr. Yoosaf 13, what is your birthday?
Just happened a couple days ago.
Just happened a couple days ago. How old are you right now?
34.
34?
My mother's 32.
Wow.
You're 2 years older than her.
Yes. Technically, I'm 2,334, but, we don't do Asgardian years.
He's actually that old.
Yes, he's that old. He's like 2,000 some odd, 34 years old. He's an Asgardian. It's a thing.
See, when my father invaded the ice giant planet and basically got Loki, I was completely cast aside. You probably only know about Thor and Loki because magic and hammers, and I have my own hammer, but it wasn't good enough, and you got my sister Hela, who I just find out about, and I can't even deal with this, It's like, Thor, Loki, Hela, no one cares about Yoosaf.
Wow, he's so silly. Holy cow. Well, Big Jacob P, I appreciate you coming in. All right, could you maybe go back out, and then we'll talk later on? Is that okay? All right. Oh, goodness. Man, did you say goodbye to Mr. Yoosaf?
Bye, Yoosaf.
Well,
Still doing your interview?
I am, yes, sir. Well, that was interesting.
Indeed.
Big Jacob P, I love that little guy. He's been to wrestling a few times, and he loves some wrestling. So we have to get him back out there when the wrestling is happening,
Yeah. I think I've seen him a couple times, maybe once.
Yes, sir. I don't want to bring him to the bloodier promotion. That'd be a little rough for him. So I'd rather we don't go in that direction,
Yeah. There are plenty of promotions. There's a superhero one up towards Worcester, so in the Boston area.
Yeah. So I was wondering. Excuse me, please do not knock, sir. I am busy. Oh my goodness, he's pushy. I was wondering, is there somebody that is in the sights of the Assault Force? Is there a certain championship in a promotion that you have your eyes on?
Wow, that's a question I wasn't prepared for.
What has Yoosaf eyes set? What are Yoosaf's eyes set on right now?
Well, I'd be lying. I'd be lying if I didn't want to fight Dan Math.
What?
I would be lying because I totally do. I think that we would throw on a banger, and I'm pretty sure I'm willing to die in that ring.
Man, that's a tall order, one Dan Math.
Then there's this Beast guy. I want to deal with that dude. And then I want to take on my hero Elijah 6. I think that would be fun. He doesn't want to do Team 19, so that has put me in a very salty perspective towards him. So maybe I can give him a clothesline or two.
Wait. Pause the pause button. You want to go against Elijah 6?
It's the only way to earn his respect.
So you can become Team 19?
Team 19. Team 19. Team 19. Team 19. Lightning,
Wow.
lightning, explosion, machines on fire. Come on.
Jeez, man. Man, I didn't mean to get you all riled up there. Holy cow. Any championships you have your sights on? Any gold? Gold does not tickle your fancy, if you will.
I'm not in it for that. I'm in it to be dominant. I just need
Okay, I got you.
to have wrestling matches with people. There's nobody I won't wrestle. Skill level doesn't even matter. I'll wrestle literally everybody. I'm not afraid of anything. Hell, I got into the ring with a 400-pound Samoan.
That was crazy. I have to give
it a concussion, and I think I lost the match. I don't remember the last half of it. That's a shoot statement. Like, the vision started doing this. And then all of a sudden I was getting punched in the face. I was lifted up, and then Samoan drop. Game over. Like, I watched it like, wow. I thought this was going to go differently. I thought I was going to outspeed him, but nope. That dude messed me up a little bit. But what am I going to expect? He's a giant Samoan man. Like,
a giant Samoan indeed. And after that match, I am so glad you pulled out of that, because that was pretty brutal, my friend.
yeah, I remember I had an egg on my head the size of like. But yeah, do I have any enemies? Is what you're trying to say? Anybody I'm looking for or gunning for? And
Yeah.
I don't have enemies in wrestling. I have people I dislike. But you're gonna have that in plenty of places. The people who I want to fight are people who are talented. Like, I want another shot at Ty Shine. I had him. I had him. The Assault Force had him. Ah!
That close. So Ty Shine, it has returned, sir. Just saying.
Yeah. Problem is getting booked. All the promotions I've been booked for have been canceled, or they're in May, or, they're falling through, or they don't have room right now. Even I wasn't on Shop and Wrestle because they just didn't have it on the book. So there's nothing really going on. Like I said, maybe I should start, stirring the pot. I said it.
I see what you did there. Hey, maybe you should maybe stir it up a little bit, my friend. Let's see if you can get some juices going.
Well, the hardest part about this business is people taking you seriously no matter what. Like, you got to go in there, and we're all egomaniacs. So everyone wants to be over, and everyone wants to this, and everybody wants to fight, and everybody thinks that they're better than the other guy, even when they're 4 feet tall. It's like, wow, okay. People don't care about gold. I care about the combat, the desire, I want to be the best. So I've been trained, literally, people kept telling me that, forgive my language, the drizzling dog shit. So I went and I trained harder, and I kept training harder. I start doing things I wasn't even allowed to. I wasn't capable of doing before. Like, I can do springboards now, and I jump off the top rope and do moonsaults. And these are things that, because a lot of people were like, oh, all these people are, once again, pardon my language, shitting on Yoosaf 13. So I said, fine, I'm going to do things that are absolutely crazy. And I haven't been able to showcase them yet because A, injury, and B, because I have to get booked again. I looked at Battlefront and booked other places, but nothing of notability. I'm mostly in I'm in like Rumbles and stuff booked at other places. AWA was looking at me for a minute, but then the coronavirus thing happened. I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico already. That's not happening right now. There's a lot. That's all.
Wow, I hope for all of the men and women out there in the industry, once we can get some kind of control over this whole thing, that you guys and girls can get right back out there and do your art and give us, the fans, what you've always given us, great times, great memories. Always
really
putting
what we
your
look for, right? The fans.
dude.
The fans are the only people in this business that have treated me with like the modicum of respect that I feel I deserve. Other workers and me, meh. Sometimes we slap heads. Like, I've been attacked on camera with things that I had no idea about. Like, I've been hurt, injured, but not disabling injury. But people have done stuff to purposely hurt me. I get it. That's the name of the game. We're going out there to hurt each other. So I want to win. I want to put your shoulders on the mat and have that 1, 2, 3 count, or make you tap out. That's the only acceptable forms of winning. If someone was getting counted out, I would jump out the ring, push their ass back in there, and I wouldn't care. I would not allow a count out to happen. Unless he's 3,000 pounds. Speaking of people, like, it's weird because like one of my favorite matches was against the Savage Eric Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last match for now. But yeah, that was a good match. Then Alofa came. I'm like, all right, fine, Alofa. And I got my ass kicked. So back to the drawing board.
So redemption, if you will, for one Mr. Yoosaf has been in waiting for a little bit.
Correct.
If I'm not mistaken.
Hell, I am in better shape, faster, have more stamina, and can breathe longer on the treadmill and doing ring cardio than I could when I fought Eric Savage Pierce.
Wow. Well, congratulations for that.
In quadruple-ish more strength and more, like, I'm better than then. And I'm better than when I would go this low. Like, I keep getting better every single time I get out there. I shake off the nerves, this, that, and the other thing happens, and I just learn something every single time. And I take all the negative and I learn from it. That's basically what it is. So if someone's a jerk to me, someone hits me or tries to start drama, I go, okay, how could I have prevented this? Or how can I make it so it doesn't happen again?
Mm-hmm.
Like when a promoter won't book me, I go, okay, what did I do wrong? You know, so I try to create that. It's like, oh, I don't like how you do arm drags, so I changed the way I did arm drags. That's it. Stupid stuff like that.
Right. Hey, improvement in the wrestling game is a never-ending venture, from what I'm to see, man.
My old boss a long time ago said, the room for improvement is the biggest room in the house. And I have always had that in my head. So, and I try to do my best to over-deliver and under-promise. Mantras.
Do you, as a wrestler, because, you know, that's why I like to do these interviews, because we don't know what's in the mind of the wrestlers. When you're preparing for a match, do you tend to overthink what's going on, or do you feel comfortable when you get through that curtain, or how does Yoosaf kind of sit with upcoming to a match?
So I'm not going to lie to you. This is a really weird question, but so it depends on what I did right before the match. I've been gassed up to a point where people gave me constructive criticism, and that ruined me. I've been worried. Like, I remember the match before my debut at Battlefront. I got it from everybody. Like, oh, you're not going to do good. This is going to suck, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, you shouldn't do that. And like, whoa. And I walked into that match terrified.
Mm-hmm.
My first hardcore match, my debut at a new company. And I walked in with people who they had my best interest in mind, but they were very negative about the situation. So It got me really gassed up, and I realized, how do I stop that from happening? I have to stop listening to people.
Okay.
When somebody's opinion means something to me, like you could fucking ask him yourself, Alex from TOS. That guy used to hate me, and now he doesn't. I trained at TOS once, and he was cheering me on and stuff, like, oh, Yoosaf, yeah, come on. So the mentality's been different. That's because I respected the man's opinion. Also, he gave me advice, and you know what I did? I followed it.
So constructive criticism can definitely change a wrestler's career. But it's
constructive. If it's malicious criticism or like jealous criticism, that's when you can really destroy a wrestler, because then you're like, whoa, wait, why is he treating me like this? What it happens is that we have to like basically not listen to what people think and say or do, but at the same time, we have to listen to think and everything that people say and do. So it's a very hard tightrope to walk, because the person giving you the information, he either has to the person giving you the information either has to have your best interest at heart, or he has his own. You know, like, I'm the main event. How many people were in the locker room? Like, I was the main event 3 times in a row at Battlefront, I think. 2 or 3 times. I didn't ask for that. You know, or the second to main event. It's ridiculous. I was like, wow. And that made a lot of the locker room really mad. They were like, well, who's this Yoosaf guy? And why is he here? And this, that, and the other thing. Like, I eliminated a bunch of people in the Rumble. Like, I got those dudes out. I remember. I was like, bam, I have it on Facebook. Forgive me for my wrongs, I have just begun. You know, like, and I was one of my proudest moments. And then to go in the back room, they're like, oh, so you're fighting Tai Shine? It's like, you know, so not to give too much of the business, but, you know, there is a lot of jealousy, but there's a lot of people I've noticed to stay away from people like that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I like the people who are genuinely trying to help me.
Okay.
Those are the people who I try to socialize with. And I will try to win people over, especially people who, like, very much strongly disliked me.
Mm-hmm.
I do my best. Right? If people make up their minds, they're going to make up their minds. They're going to do exactly what they're going to do no matter what.
Well, I absolutely appreciate your candor because stirring the pot is to pull back the curtain of the entertainment of wrestling, and being candor like that is kind of, it's a privilege for me, for you guys to do that on such a forum, because again, the fans, that's what we're looking for. We like to hear the backstories and such like that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate your honesty, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, honesty is the only way it's going to get through. Like, if you lie to somebody, then you got to make up more lies, and it just might as well just be truthful. However, kayfabe. I think kayfabe itself is a very weird word, because it means something, but it also doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna bring up a name. I'm gonna name drop all throughout this episode. Chris Cannon. There's nothing kayfabe about that man. That's Chris Cannon. That's the guy you get. That's the guy you train with. That's the guy you hang out with. That's the guy you meet at the grocery store. That's the guy who gives you the 1, 2, 3 on the friggin' mat. That's the guy. I would love to fight Chris Cannon.
Chris Cannon. Chris Cannon can actually make a crowd split. I've seen it more than once.
Yeah.
And yeah, and for you to pick out Chris Cannon from such a sea of talent that is out there right now. Chris Cannon's got a look. He's got some moves. He's got the ominous stature. There's a lot of things about Chris Cannon that should push him very quickly, I think.
He's one of the rare people in this business who can do what he says he can do.
Absolutely. He does not, I guess, F around, if you will. Yeah. That is one point that does not F around. And
I feel bad for Nuka, but, you know, Nuka got destroyed.
I felt so bad, too. Nuka died right in front of our eyes. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, he broke that streak and everything. And that's Chris Cannon for you. That's like legit. Like, the guy is the real deal. There's a few of them out there. I'm not downgrading any other wrestler. Like, I have favorites. As a wrestler, obviously I have favorites. Most people with numbers in their name, except for one. I hate that guy. And, and friggin' like TJ Howell, for the longest time, I loved that guy. And then he shaved his head, and now he's just weird with the cold hard cash thing. And then he decided to unmask my mortal enemy. I wanted to do that. How is that guy anyways? Is he still alive?
Well, first off, that's not his mask. That's his face. I have not heard from him. I thought I've seen him at the store now and then, but I just think it's my mind wanting to see Mr. El Jabroni. Oh, hail, El Jabroni. And I think
that a crush. I used to do that with my first crush, too.
Yeah, and but I mean, I have not heard from him at all, and I really thought I would hear from him by now. So I don't even know what's up with poor Jay Brown. I hope he's doing well, and he's got to go. We have this whole crazy situation going on, so I don't even know where he is.
That sounds like problems.
He could be in Italy. He could be in China. He could be. Who knows?
Italy's.
I don't know where my man is. So, man, I can't believe you brought up El Jabroni. Now you've made me sad.
I'll bring up better things. Safety Stacy is going to be by in like another 20 minutes.
We love Stacy. Oh my God. Thank you for turning that around on me. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, we love Stacy. So you do have I guess a workout appointment with Safety Stacy.
We're not gonna do it. So we're doing that, but she's gonna be here at about 4:25, and then we won't start until about 5 p.m.
Okay.
Just like take all the disinfectant stuff off, her hazmat suit, her breather,
I can just see the sprays a going as she walks in, so I can totally get.
Like Thai tea spraying.
Yeah. Spray on, spray off. I've got that. Yeah. I have got that. Yeah. Well, Mr. Yoosaf 13, I cannot, and I do have to stress, I cannot appreciate your time in such a crazy endeavor right now with the whole COVID going on. And I wish you the best with your form and all of your reps that you have coming in the near future with Safety Stacy, because I know she's going to keep a very close eye on you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We got another 15 minutes before she shows up.
Well, you better do some stretching or something before she gets her, because she's going to work you out, baby.
Oh, definitely. That woman is crazy. 100% insane. Like, she only cares about safety protocol.
100% insane. Well, Mr. Yoosaf, this has been amazing, because this has been actually not only my first ever Skypes during the pot, but Mr. Yoosaf was my very first ever Stirring the Pot interview. So this has come full circle so quickly already, Mr. Yoosaf, and I can't thank you enough so much for your time, man. It's been really cool.
It has, hasn't it?
This has been Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest, Yoosaf.